You got a recession that's about to be announced on July 1st. You have all these big tech companies are doing layoffs. You also have supply chain issues where all of a sudden you can't buy certain things that you used to be able to buy. I want to talk to you about the current state of the world. So there's a lot of different things that are hitting just everything in our lives. It's hitting Main Street all the way to Wall Street, and so it's really impacting dentistry. And you got inflation happening. You got a recession that's about to be announced on July 1st. You have all these big tech companies are doing layoffs. You also have supply chain issues where all of a sudden you can't buy certain things that you used to be able to buy. And then on top of that, you also have just the market is doing crazy things. It's on fire. And so I would love to get your take on how that's impacting dental and what you've been experiencing on your end of things.
Yeah, that's a really good question, Gary. And everybody knows, even if you're not an expert on dental, there's a war going on in Ukraine.
Yeah.
We're still dealing with supply chain shortages from COVID. Inflation is at, I think the highest it's been since 1994 or something like that. The price of borrowing money is going up. The 30-year mortgage interest rates were, like, as of the time of this recording, 5.78%. And we haven't seen that in 25 or 30 years. So what does this have to do with our industry? With dentistry, well, what you're seeing is the lending environment is getting very, very tricky now. It's getting harder to get loans approved. When you do get loans approved, the price of money has gone up. So the interest rates are, significantly higher than they were even 3 months ago. So you can buy less, you can buy smaller practices or less practices, if you're out there trying to do M&A. At the same time, we're still recoiling, Gary, from the Great Resignation. The cost of labor has gone up quite significantly in dental practices. So that means that our overhead has gone up. So your EBITDA or profitability is lower in the practices. So, and the price of money has gone up. So, the practices are less valuable, unfortunately, than they were 3 months ago. Now, dentistry has recession-proof, pandemic-proof. It's an incredible industry. So when I say they're less valuable, yes, that's technically true, but that's not to say that we're still not rocking and rolling, relatively speaking, here, because dentistry is such an incredibly robust industry. It survived tons and tons of downturns, like the 2000 .com crisis, the subprime mortgage crisis in 2006. It easily, came out of COVID stronger than before. So, we're still doing well. But relatively speaking to where we were even 3, 4, 5 months ago, the practices are less valuable for all these reasons.